So, I'm showing you a ridiculously overpowered tactic. As you may notice already, I am the dragon with Blade Wall, which is not normally what dragons start with. They start with Dragon's Fire, I think it's called. Anyways, it's a unique spell, like Crowstorm with Liches. So I'm going to show you how to do this, but basically it's an incredibly overpowered tactic that allows you to kill any boss with ease. So, the way you do this is you get a dragon with a spell other than Dragon Fire. And I'll show you how to do this. But the way it is you find a spell room. And I'm gonna go to one right now. But you find a spell room, you then lock down the castle until you have a dragon. You then just pick it up. And in this case I now have a dragon dagger. As you can imagine at this point, that is ridiculously strong and overpowered. Anyways, so what you do with this is, depending on the boss, you probably want a different spell. With the final boss, I highly recommend Knife, and I'll show you me killing the final boss in just a bit with no damage taken, which is absurd. I don't know of anyone else who really does that. Well, with the ease that I have. I know people have beaten him without taking damage, but you'll see how easy this tactic is. I don't know what's going on and why I have to do this level again. I've already done it before, but I don't really know what's going on. Sorry about that. I guess it's a bug. I've done it before. Next. But, depending on the boss, a different spell may be important. Kaldir, you pretty much can use whoever it is. If you don't know who Kaldir is, he's the giant eyeball. I don't need to down attack that. Next, Alexander, you probably want an axe, or Blade Wall could work. I would recommend axes though. Spike balls could work very well as well. Very well. Anyways, so I'll talk a little bit of the tactics here. Basically, you get on the bottom and start spamming knives. His axes are somewhat dangerous because they can completely seal you in. His knives you have to be careful about, but you just fly back and forth and nail them with knives. It's really easy. So, back to other bosses. Alexander, you probably want axe, though Blade Wall could suffice. Ponce de Leon, almost anything will work. Just being a dragon makes him really easy, because you can get him to kite into back and forth, and never really have a trail. That's a problem. I would recommend a Knife on him because it gives you more range, but almost any spell will work on Ponce de Leon. Herodotus, Spike Balls is stupidly strong against Herodotus, especially when you can spam them all day. Other things, if you want to be really greedy, you could use a Lich and get Crowstorm on a pedestal, and get Crowstorm on a dragon, and that'll probably win against Herodotus. In other cases, Herodotus is really easy as a dragon. So, against the Fountain, just fly up and avoid his attacks. They're pretty easy to dodge. For instance, spears, you just fly above them. On directional sword attacks, they're a little bit harder to dodge. They're a lot harder to dodge than the spears, but in all honesty, because you can fly, they're really easy to dodge. So, spears, you just do that. And whenever you get a chance, just nail him with knives. He'll die pretty quick. Don't get hit by him. He actually does good damage if he hits you. So, up swords, you can also fly all the way to the side. You can dodge up swords. Anyways, I hope you can kind of see from this that this is just really easy. I mean, because I don't take any damage, this would actually work on any level of New Game Plus. And there it is. You kill him. That's it. It's really easy as a dragon, especially when you have Knife. The Fountain itself is pretty easy as a dragon, but with Knife it just becomes exponentially easier. If you're having trouble with the final boss, I highly endorse this method. Pick up your loot, and move on to New Game Plus. Get to see some credits. They're pretty good. I skip my statistics because I don't care, but if you want to know, go take a look at them. Anyways, that's it.